Hello again. So I'm going to keep on reading. Who is Princess Diana? And I'm going to start on chapter 8, On Her Own. In February 1992, Diana and Charles traveled together on a visit to India. Charles went about his official business, and Diana visited the country's poor. She had also had the chance to meet one of her heroes, Mother Teresa, who ran a home for the sick and dying. One by one, Diana visited all 50 of Mother Teresa's patients who were close to death. Mother Teresa, 1910 to 1997. Mother Teresa was born Agnes Inoxa Bogiajo. I'm not exactly sure how to pronounce any of this, so I'm sorry. If you do, please let me know. In what is now the European country of Macedonia. In 1928, she became a Roman Catholic nun and soon after moved to India. She devoted her entire life to helping the poor in Calcutta. Mother Teresa founded a religious order for women called the Missionaries of Charity. She received the Nobel Peace Prize in 1979 for her work with the blind, sick, disabled, and dying. Mother Teresa was declared a saint on September 4th, 2016. "We shall never know all the good that a simple smile can do," she famously said. Today, the Order of the Missionaries of Charity continues to help people in more than 90 countries around the world. In March 1992, Diana's father died in London. Both Charles and Diana attended John Spencer's funeral, but reporters noticed that they arrived and left separately. By December, they had officially separated. Diana moved into Kensington Palace in London, while Charles continued to live in the home at Highgrove. When 10-year-old Prince William was told the news about his parents' separation, he responded to his mother, "I hope you will both be happier now." Both William and Harry lived away at boarding school. When they came home on the weekends, they took turns staying with either their mother or their father. So during the school year, Diana only saw her boys every other weekend. She missed them terribly. Diana remembered how difficult it was for her when her own parents had separated. She tried to show William and Harry more love than ever. "I hug my children to death," Diana said at that time. And then Kensington Palace is on this page here. Diana was traveling around the world more, visiting homeless shelters and children's hospitals. Because reporters still followed her every move, Diana's visits helped attract attention to places and causes that needed help and money. In November 1994, she attended a reception for the 125th anniversary of the British Red Cross. By showing her support, she helped raise millions for the organization. In June 1995, Diana visited Moscow, Russia. She presented a children's hospital with new medical equipment and also visited an elementary school. When it was Diana's turn to have the boys, she often took them on these trips with her. She wanted William and Harry to see the world and grow into caring and kind people too. "I want them to have an understanding of people's emotions, of people's insecurities, people's distress, of their hopes and dreams," she explained. On August 28, 1996, Diana and Charles finally divorced. Although they had been living separately for years, divorce made everything official. It was very big news. Nobody wanted the fairy tale marriage to end. Charles and Diana were supposed to live happily ever after. The couple agreed to share equal time with their boys. Diana was allowed to keep her home at Kensington Palace, but she would no longer be called Her Royal Highness. Her title remained Princess of Wales. After the divorce, Diana began to blossom. William's hope for his mother seemed to come true. She did seem happier following her own set of rules, and Diana was as popular as ever. People were especially curious about who she might begin dating after her marriage to Prince Charles had ended. Photographers still hounded her everywhere she went. I would come back to my car and find 6 freelance photographers jumping around me, Diana once explained in an interview. Magazines and newspapers could sell millions of copies if they included just one photograph of Diana on a date or in a private moment with a friend. This made life for Diana a daily challenge. She handled the constant pressure with the grace of a princess. She always seemed to smile brightly as cameras flashed and curious reporters surrounded her. Chapter 9. Farewell to Diana. Even though she would have preferred to keep her personal life private, Diana welcomed the attention to her favorite causes. She used her celebrity status to help people in need. In late 1996, Diana turned her attention to helping victims who had been injured from hidden explosive landmines. Landmines are small bombs that have been buried in battlefields during wartime to prevent the enemy from advancing. After a war ends, landmines are often forgotten, and they can harm innocent people who step on the unmarked explosives. Working with the Red Cross in January 1987, Diana visited the African country of Angola. A civil war had been going on in Angola for 20 years, and 15 million forgotten weapons, were scattered across the country. Close to 50,000 people, including children, had lost an arm or a leg in landmine accidents. When Diana visited Angola, her goal was to achieve a worldwide ban on landmines. That sure would have been nice. She wanted to be sure that these small yet deadly weapons could never be used again. Just as she had done with AIDS patients years before, Diana talked to and comforted the landmine victims, many of whom had been injured simply by walking in the countryside. She soon made sure the world cared about this issue too. In June 1997, Diana used her own clothing to raise money. At Christie's, an auction house in New York City, 79 of Diana's most beautiful gowns and dresses were each sold to the highest bidder. The Travolta dress alone was purchased for, you ready? $222,000. So $222,500. It was the most expensive piece of clothing Christie's had ever sold. In total, the dresses earned $3.25 million. The money was used to help cancer and AIDS patients, but the world was interested in more than just Diana's charitable work. Less than a year after her divorce, she began dating Dottie Fade. He was a billionaire whose family owned Harrods, the famous British department store. Some people did not think Dottie was the right choice for Diana. Before I read on, there's some pictures. He liked to spend his money on fancy cars, big boats, and expensive parties. But Diana liked him. She even introduced him to her sons, William, now 15, and Harry, age 12. In the summer of 1997, they took the boys on vacation to the south of France. On August 30th, Diana and Dottie visited Paris. They went out to dinner at the Ritz Hotel in the heart of the city. After finishing their meal, Diana and Dottie tried to sneak out of the back door of the hotel. They wanted to avoid the photographers, called Paparazzi, waiting to take pictures of them. Okay, paparazzi. Paparazzi is an Italian word for that refers to photographers who take pictures of celebrities while they often try to get their photos in public places. The paparazzi are also known to track famous people while they are simply going about their daily lives, having dinner, relaxing on a vacation, or even shopping for groceries. Some paparazzi intentionally try to make a famous person angry in order to get more valuable photo. The paparazzi are often accused of invading the personal space and the privacy of their subjects. Awful. Sometimes private lives need to stay private for a reason, gotta have some privacy. Diana and Dottie hopped into a black car and their driver sped away. The paparazzi began chasing them in their cars, motorcycles, and scooters, desperate to get a photograph. A picture of the couple could be sold for thousands of dollars. Dottie's driver sped up to try to get away from the cameraman. The driver was going too fast and lost control. The car crashed into a concrete pillar inside a Paris tunnel. Dottie and the driver died instantly in the accident. Diana was taken to the hospital, and she died shortly after. Princess Diana was only 36 years old. I'm going to stop there, and then I'll read the rest of it in the next video. Hope I'll see you guys there.